are. Right. Good afternoon, everybody. What's up, Joshua? See that you're in. We're in the vault live. We've been doing this lately. I thought I'd invite Will Carroll in and we could talk about what he's doing, what Death Angel's doing, what Exodus is doing. I know you do your radio show and stuff. I haven't
Hmm.
seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a
You know what
while.
I mean? Because this thing that's been going on. But it's just one of those things that happens. So I figured we'd get you in here. It's great to take. There's Crystal Kensel. Hi, honey.
What's up,
I
Crystal?
I knew you'd come in. Of course you do. You always do. And we're just coming. So, like, tell us what have you guys been doing? Are you doing another record? Because I mean, to me, you have so much miles left on Humana side. It's kind of a shame a little bit, but on
Yeah.
the other hand, you've had so much time like everybody else has. So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm thankful we had a
What's up,
little
Charlie?
bit. We had a little bit of touring for Humanicide. Like, I feel really bad for a band like Testament. Like their album came out right when the world went to shit. So at least we had a little bit of a head start before the COVID. But yeah, we're gonna put out a new album. We're gonna record a new album this year for sure. And we're working on new songs right now. We got a couple new tunes in the works, and they sound good, and we're moving forward with that.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad because again, it's been so much time, and even though it seems like because again, it's a Grammy nominated record, and to me, I mean, look at us. We toured 6 years on Blood In Blood Out, and that never got Grammy nominated. So I mean, to me, you still have shelf life, but it is a shame, and I think the only other good part of this has left time for us. I mean, we look at we've had a 7 year hiatus musically, and it got us to get to finish the album. So
sure, sure.
so it's a good thing, that we had some time. But I just want to tell everybody we're bored to fuck right
Yeah,
now. We're sick of this shit. You know what I mean? We want to come back. We our last show was in wasn't it in Brussels?
yeah.
It was in Brussels, and
Like
it was
four
like,
4 weeks from now or something.
I mean, almost a
5 weeks.
year.
Yeah, yeah.
And when are you guys going to play again? Do you
I
know? Do you have something on the books? Nothing at all.
no.
Because we have a couple of things, like on a couple of festivals in the summer, and there's a couple of things in the fall. So there is something we are doing this year. I think we're on Alcatraz Festival, actually, if that happens, and another festival in Europe.
Hmm.
But I know that they're working on stuff the second half of the year. So
Right.
I know. And but if I play the show that's booked, it will be almost 16 months in between gigs. It's the longest I've ever gone, even not being in Exodus. At least I had other bands,
Yeah, this is
that
probably
I
the
did.
longest
So
I've gone without playing a show since I
so
was a teenager, for
yeah,
sure.
so it's just one of those things. So
But yeah, we're gonna hopefully hit the studio by the end of summer, and I think that's a reasonable amount of time to get an album written. But yeah, things are sounding awesome.
yeah, because
Rob's coming up with some killer
I
shit.
hit him up. I wanted an episode of Rob for the Vault, and uh, 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 I told him, I said, hey, I want to get you in, and he goes, yeah, I'm busy right now, Zet. Let me give you about a month or so. So I'll get Rob in here in about a month.
Okay.
So that's cool. I mean, whatever. That's why I got you in here. So, and then we are going to, Will and I, everybody knows, we do an AC/DC tribute band called AC/DC, which we only do Bon Scott era stuff, and we're going to do a live stream, I think, here in the next couple of months. And so
Hmm.
for people in Europe, well, because I guess if you don't live in California, you've never seen this before,
Right.
other than on YouTube or something like that. You guys will get a good chance because I think we're going to do a full-blown concert. It's about time. The guys out, what's that? Shout out from Sacramento. Love that. Our man from Sacramento who lives out there who plays Angus, Mr. Dave Chapman, he's retiring.
Yeah. Right.
And
Right.
so he's going to be. We're thinking about doing it really hard now. So
So he needs the money. So
yeah,
we got to do a live
exactly.
stream.
We're gonna right, exactly. No, it'll just be fucking fun to play. You know what
Totally.
I mean? So fun to play. So it'll what'll be good is we've never really played from anybody other than the Bay Area crowd, kind of.
Hmm.
So it'll be good that we're gonna have it done really right and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I'm
you
looking
know,
forward to it,
so-
man.
You know.
And with the new AC/DC album out, there's
Which is
a
killer.
buzz.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way to come back. I'm sorry, I think the songs rock. They're not dirty and gritty like they used to be with Bond. I think the lyrical content used to be way more dirty and gritty, but this still had it's got such a great groove.
Yeah, the lyrics obviously were way more wittier with
and much more body. You know what I mean? He used a lot of metaphorical references to sex that were just so awesome. You know what I mean? So,
but the new album, I say it's the best thing since Ballbreaker.
I think so
Ballbreaker
too.
was my last album I really, really dug.
Yeah, I thought that the last two, Black Ice and
Rock or Bust.
Rock or Bust was like, we got one or two, and there's 8 fillers on here.
That right.
Rehashed the AC/DC riffs, So, it's one of those things. But I think like on this record, it's just really, really quality fucking back to dirty, good riffing, good, and a lot of the songs were. From what Angus said, were Malcolm songs he had worked with Malcolm before. Right. He got kind of sick and on that thing. So cool. Cheers from Chicago. We love you. So
I love Chicago.
Lot of shout outs to you, people. People are saying how much they're glad to see you.
Oh, right on.
So cool.
Right on. So, thanks everybody.
Yeah, it's good to have him in. It's good to be in. Again, we are chomping at the bit, you guys. So another week that I can't tell you anything about Persona Non Grata. I can't tell you about anything. Has Will heard it? I can't even tell you that because I can't even let you know anything about it. But we will soon, from what I understand. I mean, you know the title. You know it's done. You know it's coming out. Like I said, this summer. I'm not quite sure when this summer. Summer goes from June 21st to September 21st. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure in that period of time, it's going to come out. So that's what we are looking at. What's up, Tom? Yes, new Exodus will be out. Haven't seen you in a while. Hit me up. Go riding Harleys. Actually, I'm getting my bike painted right now.
I got to say, like all true great vaults, it's fucking freezing down here.
But you know what? It's finally, because you know what? When we do the vault in the summertime, it's not freezing down here.
Oh, yeah,
and I got to get everything fucking done by 1 o'clock because it'll just be so fucking cold. So hot in here. I mean, it's 105 degrees. But I honestly like the comfortability of being able to sit here and
for sure,
and not have to go. Fuck, because you can always make yourself warmer.
Yeah.
You can't never get cooler if you want, you know.
Yeah, so, I don't mind the cold too much.
So, I don't mind it either. So, we are just hanging out. What else have you been doing? Tell us.
I'm still doing my radio show,
let's talk about that.
Metal Jacket.
Let's talk about Full Metal Jacket.
That's on a heavy metal radio service called Gimme Metal. And it's an app you download on your phone or tablet or whatever, and it's free. And it's a 24-hour heavy metal radio station with just different DJs every 2 hours. Each show is 2 hours long.
I've heard Dave Mustaine has a show on there. I think Phil Demmel also has.
Yeah. He comes on sometimes.
But you've been doing it quite consistently for many years now, haven't you?
Every Monday for like 2.5 years. Yeah.
That's wild. That is.
Yeah. I have the most episodes of anybody.
Full Metal Jacket rules. There you go.
All right.
There you go. Gimme Metal is awesome. It is, isn't it? It's great. What's up? What's going on, Steve? Good afternoon. We're here to just hanging out with you guys. Let us know what if you have any questions for Will or myself, you can throw them out. If I could read them, we're fucking smoking weed. So Bremen, look at somebody from Bremen. So hello from Sweden. Look, Sweden, we're smoking weed. We got searched the last time, strip search.
Quebec, yeah, these guys.
We got that while you guys sat in your boat. You were good. You didn't smoke weed. Yeah. We did. What's up, Quebec City? We got hockey, huh? Okay, let's talk about that, Quebec. Isn't it great that all the Canadian teams are in one division in hockey this year? I love that. I'm a Calgary Flames fan. And usually it goes by region. Mm-hmm. But this time what they did for this year, because of COVID, I guess, they realigned all the hockey teams. So all the Canadian teams are in one division. I
Whoa.
thought that was so cool. And I don't know. I think they should keep it that way.
I don't know much about hockey. So was there a Canadian team in the Sharks division?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Flames were.
Okay.
And the Oilers.
So how does that affect the Sharks nowadays?
Well, now it really doesn't. I mean, they tried to align it with more West Coast teams. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The Kings, the Ducks, the Vegas Knights, any of the Coyotes, the Sharks. So they have their own kind of Western.
I didn't know there was a Vegas hockey team.
Yeah, for the last couple of years.
So they're pretty new then, huh?
They're new, and the first year they came in, they went to the Stanley Cup. Didn't win it, but the very first year.
Wow.
That's like going to the Super Bowl. The first year has expansion.
Yeah.
So.
Super Bowl, how about that?
We are going to do that. What about the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Look at Brady. Anywhere fucking Brady goes. Here, you want to hit that? You can hit
Yeah,
that.
what the hell?
Hit that. We are kind of burning some impacts. We force a habit. We want to know. I've already done the Ted. What's like a Ted?
Aguilar?
Yeah, why is he? What do you mean? What do you want to know? You know about all that.
What did he ask?
Do I like Viola? Of course I love Voivod. He said, force a habit. What do you, come on. He knows about that stuff. Well, come on. Ted's a man.
What's up, Ted?
And everybody watching out there, everybody from favorite modern Iron Maiden album, Book of Souls. I'd have to say, I just like the songs on it from top to bottom. I really, really do. I think it's heavy. I think Bruce sings really. I love the way the album opens. I love that album. I listen to that all the time.
I like Dance of Death.
Do you?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's my favorite of the later ones.
Of the later ones.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that record. There's some good stuff on it. When it came out, I kind of liked the Eddie.
Oh, you didn't like the Eddie on the cover? You didn't like the...
No.
Yeah, most people don't.
No.
He was weird looking at the show, too. I went to that tour. When Eddie came out, it was bizarre. It didn't have the same... It didn't capture
Hello
him.
from Argentina. Book of Souls was my first concert. What a good song. Would you ever bring Force of Heaven? Maybe. Do you remember the band Insanity?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Of course. I love Insanity.
Too bad the guy died. Did he die?
With the drummer or Dave Gorsuch?
I don't know.
Who are you talking about?
Somebody says A Matter of Life. Elliot says A Matter of Life and Death is my favorite.
Who died from Insanity? The drummer died like fucking 12, 15 years ago or something.
Heavy band.
Yeah.
Heavy band.
Yeah, one of the first death metal bands in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Arguably, some people say they were the first. So, total slow blast beats.
Looking
Fucking
high
awesome.
from outside of Boston. Look at Boston. I love that. And they lost their finger in the pool for an hour. I dig that. Would you guys consider doing projects outside of metal? No, I love metal. I don't consider doing projects outside of metal. I that's what I am. Zetro, remember performing MGJ Kaiser Center? Yes, I do. Got to play there twice. Headbangers Ball Tour and with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I saw the Headbangers Ball Tour.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was the big time, Ma. I'm at home. I used to go see Def Leppard and Pat Travers here and AC/DC and all kinds of. Thank you for the compliment. Definitely. What's up, Fresno, California, Bulgaria? God, we got everybody's chiming in from all over the world. That's what this thing, it's great, is that we can bring the world in, and you guys can see that. Remember Rob McKillop? Yeah, Charlie, I do. And I'd love to get him in, but he just doesn't want he doesn't want anything to do with the business, really. Robbie doesn't care anymore. Every time we ask him to do something like, hey man, you want to, come in and play with us? He denies us to do that. So.
He didn't do the anniversary gigs you did?
No. Greetings from Navajo Nation. What's up, Navajo Nation? Navajo metalheads. We know you guys are good ones. We played on Indian places before. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Fuckers go crazy. It's great, man.
Oh yeah.
Guys are good fans. Definitely good fans.
So what else do I have going on?
Tell me.
I had a band in from 2006 to 2009 called Scarecrow, and that's a band with Matt Harvey from Exhumed, and we decided to reactivate that band at the end of last year. We recorded a demo, and now we're talking to a couple of labels, and either the demo's going to come out as an EP or we're going to re-record them and record a full length. But things are moving forward with that. The artwork is already being made, and
See, you're on top of it.
I'm stoked.
When is the Tempo episode coming out? I binged the other. I'm gonna do that real soon in the next month or so. I'll do Tempo. I was thinking about that. What's your idea of a perfect Sunday? Not having to do shit, having a big old fat bowl of fucking weed, sitting on the couch watching horror movies or whatever. That's a great Sunday. Listening to metal, doing whatever you got to do. You know, why? What you guys doing? What have you guys been listening to? Tell me. Thoughts on Mr. Bungle? It's okay. I'm not really into trippy type music like that. I don't like Primus. You know, I'm not into that. I like stuff that rocks and's got some balls and punches you in the face. And there's stuff that's kind of considered alternative heavy that I really don't care for. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I mean, I respect the hell out of Mike and the things that he's done. You know, he's full on musician. I just don't care for that type of stuff. I'm a metalhead, guys. I listen to heavy metal. I've gone into this tirade before. If I'm not listening to UFO, I'm listening to Rat, or I'm listening to Obituary, or I'm listening to fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. It doesn't matter.
I'm pretty much the same way.
So
Totally.
you know, I just don't. Somebody says they love the new Heathen album. Yeah, nobody in the Bay Area putting out shitty records right now. That's for goddamn sure. That's a good one. Empire of the Blind is a good record.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Power Trip, another great band. Unfortunately, if I was them, I'd keep it going. You know what I mean? They have a really good thing. These things happen. You know, so
They were a trio, right?
no, Power Trip. They're a 5-piece.
Oh, they're a 5-piece. Okay, I thought they were
Yeah,
a trio.
two guitars, bass, singer, drummer. Yeah, they're 5-piece. So. And I liked the new Art Saint. I thought it was great.
Armored Saint, the new Armored Saint is awesome, dude.
Punch the Sky. Yeah, I love John Bush. He's one of my favorite singers in there. You know what I mean? In the world of metal, I get when I met Metal Allegiance, I'm constantly kissing his ass, going, "Dude, you're so good." I go, and there's like a room full of singers. I'll be like, everybody in this room is cool. You know what I mean? But you're the best guy. I think his vocal range is fucking
totally,
awesome.
man. Especially in Armored Saint. He was great in Anthrax, but I prefer him in Armored Saint.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I loved him in Anthrax too. I think he was, you know, anything he sings, because I love Sound of White Noise. I think that's a fucking amazing Anthrax record.
Yeah, it holds up. It definitely holds up.
So you know, like I said, Virtue. We stand to fight. Sadus. Haven't seen Datus. Yeah, it is a shame about Power Trip. It is too bad. It's too bad. So it's just one of those things. So
they're nominated for a Grammy this year.
Yeah, that's good. They'll get the same treatment you guys did, huh?
Yeah, I suppose so.
That'll be fun.
They'll probably win.
Yep. What's your favorite metal riff of all time? I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
That's a tough one.
I mean, the first riff that comes to mind is the middle riff of Angel of Death. That's the first one that comes to mind. That's a hard question, man.
I don't know. There's
the first
so
riff
many.
in Into the Void.
Yeah, that's it. That whole song, that whole record. Anything off of Sabotage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything off of Sabotage.
The main riff for Genocide by Judas Priest.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a part in Phantom of the Opera when it first came out. I thought it was the heaviest thing ever. Like at the end when they go, the little John. I thought, because that's 1980. I thought that was, when I heard that tone, that guitar tone, that was my favorite part of that. I loved Phantom of the Opera. I loved the song because I was like,
totally.
That very different type song.
The most epic song on the album. Yeah. It's like a glimpse of what's to come for Iron Maiden.
I agree. Very, very heavy parts. So that's a great killer riff. Haven't been able to go out to the flicks lately. What are you watching on fucking Netflix or anything?
I'm watching that show Dark. You know that show?
Somebody told me about that. I haven't checked that out.
It's like a German version of Stranger Things, but darker.
Uh-huh.
But it's about time travel.
So it's
and murder.
it's dubbed in English then.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. And Creator is all over it. They give Creator tons of love on that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Almost every episode there's a Creator reference.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Pleasure to Kill.
No way.
Yeah. The album cover, the song, the lyrics. They're quoting lyrics from the album. It's pretty trippy.
No way.
Yeah.
Good for them. I love Creator. One of my favorite. Somebody just said Halloween. We had an amazing tour with Halloween a long time ago.
Yeah, Headbangers Ball Tour.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
They were kind of the odd band out on that bill.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
But they were good. They were good.
Well, it started out as we flip-flopped. Like we would like open some nights and then they would middle and then Anthrax, and that lasted for about a week.
Okay.
Because after we would get off, they would come on and it was a thrash crowd. And America at that time was very hair metal here, power metal here, thrash metal here.
Totally.
And don't mix any of the three. And they mixed it, you know what I mean? So they found that it was better that they opened the show and then have us come on because they didn't like to be in a thrash sandwich, I guess. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
It was just one of those things. Somebody just shouted out to KUSF. We love KUSF. That's where we started.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Quintana, Rampage Radio. We all called that in. So what's next? What are we going to do for gigs?
AC/DC?
Well, I mean, AC/DC. Well, there's no concerts to go to right now. Is there anybody out there that's going to concerts? I know. I was talking to our manager Robin, who lives in Tampa. She says everything's open down there.
I believe it.
She said she just saw Buck Cherry just played, and somebody else just played, and somebody else is playing, and it's like, I'm like, what? So yeah, you can go to a bar, you can do anything. Kind of wild.
That's kind of crazy. We'll see how it turns out.
What's that? Well, see, they come. Sorry, guys. Sometimes your questions come in and we can't see them that fast because they go away so damn fast.
Yeah, too bad the stream's not.
I know it should do that, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe I can get it on my phone to do that. We'll see and figure it out. So,
there's more questions right here. I'm blind. I can't read them.
I was going to see Ozzy. What do you think of Tokyo Blade? Oh, come on.
Awesome.
Come on. With fucking a new wave of British heavy metal. Are you kidding me?
Totally.
Tigers of Pantang. You kidding me? The John Sykes shit's just, that was him. That was the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Tigers thing. So, you guys just did your Christmas shows. Talk about that. Talk about playing without any crowd. What was that like?
It's not that much different for me because I'm behind the kit, so I don't really have much interaction with the crowd anyways, so it didn't really affect me that much, but I'm sure it was weird for those guys to be up front and have no one to interact with. But it was cool. We did it at this place called the Great Northern. That's where Mark bartends. It's near the bottom of the hill, like that area of San Francisco. And it was fun, man. We did 2 different shows, 2 different sets. And it was just great to jam with the guys again, rehearsing for it and everything. It was all fun. And it was just...
What was it like playing to you get, like you said, you don't mind, but to me, I mean, if there's not a crowd, this is thrash metal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
I mean, I couldn't imagine how it would be for a singer because you're right there interacting with everybody all the time. But I'm back there, so I'm in my own little world. So it didn't really faze me at all.
Claire says DA Christmas show was amazing. We love you, Claire. We know you'd ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, they always are. They're funner to be at live. That's why you're gonna. When this all ends, Claire, you're gonna have to fly. Well, there's no more Slims. You're gonna have to find a new venue.
Yeah,
keep the tradition going.
Maybe like Great American Music Hall. I don't know.
Anyway, Claire, you're gonna have to fly here with your family and one Christmas and go to the DA shows. And, because you're such a loyal fan, you would have fun. That would be fun.
When is Exodus going to do a live stream? Or are you going to do it?
I know nothing about anything. I'd love to. I don't know. I don't know if it's in the works. I don't know if they want to do that now that they're trying to get the album cover and everything together. I assume that they want to do it. It would be a lot of fun. I just don't know if
Oh,
it
is
can.
Robin watching?
I know, huh? See, look, see, Claire, you can stay with Crystal. I know you guys are friends. I know you guys should, and yeah, you could come here and stay there. You'd have a blast. Telling you, the DA shows are so much fun, and they play different songs each night, and it's just that everybody in the Bay Area. If you want to know what it's like to go to a show back in like Ruthie's in the day, I think that's like the closest thing
Mm,
to it is your yearly Christmas shows.
that's cool.
I know so many people that they sell out so fast because people look forward to the event. You know what I
Right, right,
mean?
right.
And it was at a cool place because we loved
Slims.
Slim's is great, and now Slim's is closed, which who knows who's going to close next because there's so many venues just tanking it on the chin right now.
Oh yeah.
So,
What the hell is that?
oh, somebody tells us my dog's going crazy. Somebody wants us to tell me the story about when Tom got left at um, the truck stop. So this is in '87, and we're on tour for Pleasures of the Flesh, and this is when you didn't like have cell phones or anything like
Right.
that. So we all used to get off the bus, and we were at a Roy Rogers. I don't even think they have Roy Rogers anymore.
I'm not sure.
And so we were at a Roy Rogers, and we all got out, and we all got like talked on the phone, the pay phones, because that was 1987, and then everybody went in and got food, and then everybody went on back on the bus. Well, we had, back in the time we had Scott Burke was our road manager, R.I.P. Scott's not with us anymore,
Mhm.
and Scott was kind of into the party, and Scott didn't always like when you get on the bus, you count and make sure everybody's there. So they're like, "Where's Tom? Oh, he's in his bunk." And they're like, "Are you sure?" Well, everybody was had their bag of food, their fucking scarf and food down. Nobody gave a fuck. So we're about 4 hours down the road, and everybody's sitting on the bus. Everybody's up, but Tom, obviously. And we were like T-Man, Todd Confessori, R.I.P. to Todd, God, a lot of people from that tour not with us anymore. And he went, which was Tom's tech at the time. Go see what Tom's doing. And he opens up his curtain in his fucking bunk, and there's no Tom. And this isn't like you pick up, you can go, hey, bro, you fucking left me. You know what I mean? It ain't like that at all. This was back in the day where, oh shit. So we pull over and we call our management, and our management says, yeah, Tom called me about 3 hours ago. You guys left him at this Roy Rogers. And so I think MOD played, but we didn't. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It was on tour with MOD. We didn't have a drummer at that time, so
Bummer, man. That's a
it's
pretty
one of those things.
pretty
that
big blunder.
It's called being oil spotted. Is the actual uh, term for it, and we actually have a mutual person that works for both our bands that probably has the record of being oil spotted. Tilo is probably
Oh, right.
Tilo, who's the sound man for Death Angel, and he also worked as with Exodus as well. Um, he gets oil spotted once a tour usually. I mean,
Yeah, he told me about one tour. I think you were on that tour. He got oil spotted somewhere, maybe in South America, and he hitchhiked to the next show or something like that. Yeah,
he hitchhiked back. He got his way back to the bus. I don't know how he did that. So I don't know how Tilo did that. But no, we were in Europe because he spoke German.
Okay.
And he got German because if it was
Oh,
me.
that's right.
If it was me,
yeah.
I would have been fucked. But I don't get oil spotted. I know better. If I'm the only one off the bus and the bus driver isn't there, I'll go take a white piece of paper and take a Sharpie and go, I'm in the bathroom, Zetro, and put it right on his fucking seat. You know what I mean? So
Death Angel played a joke on me once. We were at a gas station right outside of the Frankfurt airport. I think it was in Frankfurt. And we were getting ready to go home. We were like on our way to the airport. We stopped at this gas station. I jumped off without my phone or my wallet or anything. I just went straight to the bathroom. And I was in flip flops even, I think. So I was ass out. And I got out of the fucking gas station and the bus was gone and I flipped out, dude. But all they did was drive it around this little like divider type
right,
of thing.
just to fuck with you.
Yeah, dude, they were all watching. They were all watching through the little slit, and I was going, no, no! I was yelling out my own name. I was going, fucking Will! I was yelling at myself and shit.
Oh, that's fucked up. They do play with each other.
People were looking at me too. Oh man.
I saw a question that somebody says, "Are we going to put Changing in the Guard in the set?" I have to be honest with you guys. I pull for that song, that Shroud of Urine. There's a whole bunch of songs that I try to play. When we're going to make the set list, I'm like, "Hey, how about this one?" And get completely shut down all the time. So I would love to. There's so much, you know what I mean? So it's all good, believe me. Well, I would love to. I would love to. I'd love to play. I'd love to do a whole tour of just deep cuts. Fucking Changing of the Guard. Like like Father Like Son. Seeds of Hate.
Yeah, definitely like Father Like Son. Even Cajun Hell.
Cajun Hell. Verbal Razors. Just a bunch of them. So they'd be fun. They would be fun to play. They would be fun. But again, I'm only 1/5 of the guy who makes it. Chemical, there's right there, yeah. Lunatic Parade, exactly. See, these people know, huh, EB? I see that. I see that, EB. I see it. You know how long at Feeding Time? Exact Whipping Queen. I never sang it, but I'd do it. I would love to do, all those fucking songs like that. It would be so much fun. Shroud of Urine. I pull for that seal. I pull for Shroud of Urine almost every tour. And I get that's just like puts aside totally. So we'll see. Me, Myself, and I love that one too. Off of Force of Habit. Yeah, well, I was sitting here with all the fans smoking weed. Oh. We played Deranged. Do you know how long it took me to get fucking Parasite in the set? Like 3 years. 3 years ago. Come on, guys. Look, I'll pay every fucking one of you. Can we just put Parasite in the fucking set? It'd be one of those things. So.
Was that song written to be like a part 2 of Piranha or something?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's wow, you nailed it on the head. That was what Gary was like. Gary, was like, this is what Piranha was to Bonded is what Parasite is to.
That's how I always saw it. Yeah.
Well, you got the message. Somebody wanted to know what thrash song was I never a part of that I wish I was a part of. That one's easy. What do you go, Will? I've already know mine. What do you think?
Oh, that's a crazy question. What thrash song that I wish I was a part of?
I love Numb. That's probably my favorite song on Blood In, Blood Out.
Probably Circle of the Tyrants by Celtic Frost.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's real simple. South of Heaven. I love that fucking song. Mine's real simple. Favorite punk bands I see there. Oh, I'm Dead Kennedys, Exploited. Always got a shout out to my man Waddy out there. Had him on the vault about a year back. Love the Exploited. Love a lot of the oi punk, Discharge, GBH. But I like everything from fucking Black Flag, fucking LA's Wasted Youth, Minor Threat. Shit, I love punk music. I used to go to On Broadway and Mabuhay Gardens, and I'd see like 8 bands: Dead Kennedys, Flipper, fucking Circle Jerks, Black Flag, Minor Threat, Los Olvidados, Fuck Ups, all on one show, man. And it costs like $4 to get in. Dayglow Abortion, I love that. I remember Dayglow Abortion. I remember that shit. Remember when James and Cliff and Fred Cotton
had Spastic Children?
Spastic Children, remember that? I don't know
if
you guys got to see it, but they played like what? Was Kirk in it too? It was like 2 Metallica. No,
it was James on drums.
On drums, right? Yeah. I remember they made their head. I think it was Cliff.
Jim Martin maybe was in it.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
But I jammed on South of Heaven with Kerry King once at the Troubadour. It was the last night of the Machine Head tour I did for the Burn My Eyes tour cycle, and the last show was at the Troubadour. And during the encore, we go up to the dressing room, and Kerry King's in the dressing room, and Rob goes, "I hope you know South of Heaven." And I was like, "Dude, what? We're gonna go back out there?" He's like, "Yeah, Kerry's jamming with us." And so that was a lot of fucking pressure, man. And I got behind.
Really?
Yeah, man. We didn't do that sound check or nothing. So I got behind the kit, and Carrie King like just walks up and looks at me, and someone's playing the intro. I don't know if it's Carrie or Rob, but or someone's going dun 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 dun, dun. And Carrie King's just staring me down because I gotta get those drum fills right in the beginning. Those are iconic, you know.
Right.
You can't fuck that shit up. So, dude, I was just looking at him going. Dun, 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 dun. I was hypnotized by him. I was so nervous, but I pulled it off. And as soon as I did all the fills, and right when it goes into the dun 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 dun, he just nodded his head at me and turned around and started headbanging. So I guess that was his approval.
That's a great style. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. And I asked him about it on the Slayer tour we did like 4 years ago. And it was like really early in the tour, so I didn't really know him that well yet, but I was in his dressing room, we were drinking Jaeger, there was a whole bunch of people in there, most of Death Angel was in there, and I was like, hey, Carrie, you know, I jammed with you in 1995 on South of Heaven, you and me jammed together. And he just kind of looked at me, or he didn't even look at me, he was just listening to me, and I was like, yeah, I used to play drums in Machine Head, I did the Machine Head tour, and we played the Troubadour last night of the tour, and you came on stage and jammed with us, and we did South of Heaven, and he went like this. The what now?
Oh my. Oh my.
He had no recollection.
Oh my.
And then he started asking about it. Like some of the crew were telling me, he's like, that guy was a Machine Head? And he goes, did I jam with them? Like he didn't even remember any of that, but it did happen. It did happen.
Somebody says, do you like Tankard, German metal band? Yeah, every song's about beer.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I love Tankard. Good guys. Also, I seen somebody had commented, the punk band's in Up in Smoke. Okay, remember Up in Smoke by Cheech and Chong? Those were all great. You could tell those were all real punk bands because they were. I loved every one.
What were they
of them
called?
Too.
I think one was called Pain, maybe.
I don't know. Fuck, I can't even think of what they were called. One had the chick that was dancing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go to my school. I love that shit. And then the one that does a sound looked like Mick Jagger. A babba babba. Ooh, yeah. Well, I'm feeling so fine. They're throwing shit at him. Yeah. Piss off! That's punk. That's fucking punk. Laws Rockets current status? There is no status. They're not thinking about doing anything. So I'm trying to get one of them on the show here. They won't. Can't get a taker from Laws Rocket. Toxic Ground. Open sea. Yeah, that was. Yep. Somebody just said, no, I'm not going to put that. Gigi Allen, yeah. Saw Gigi one time, stood in the back and knew better.
Where'd you see him? What
at
venue?
Ruthie's.
At Ruthie's.
Yeah, Ruthie's, and he threw shit. And I'm just not into that. I'm sorry. I just don't think.
I regret not seeing him. He played
twice that I know of.
He played at the Covered Wagon Saloon, the old club on Folsom, like in the fucking late 80s, early 90s, but maybe early 90s. But he came again in San Francisco. He played at the place that's now the Gold Club, you know, that strip club, the Gold Club. It used to be a live venue for a short amount of time. I actually saw Alex Skolnick's Exhibit A play there once.
Really?
Yeah. But Gigi Allen played there, and it was the last show they had there.
Somebody says, thoughts on the Mentors. I played with them in Legacy like 6 times, and it's great. And I have a story from them.
I think they're awesome.
Dirter was on tour with them, and they'd get all fucked up. And I guess the next day they were somewhere, and they had to drive to the next venue, and they didn't have. I guess Il Duce had written the directions down on a bag of beer that he had, and he gave it to Sicky. Why? And he goes, Sicky, where's the directions to the concert? And he's like, well, what are you telling me? He's like, I gave you, dummy duster. I gave you the bag that, he goes, you gave me a bag with a beer on it, but it had the directions to the concert. I mean, they were just those guys were just a train wreck, man. And that was the best part about him. Yeah, I loved his just Il Duce's whole mentality.
I have a couple of El Duce stories. My old band Warfare DC, that was the thrash band I had in high school. we rehearsed at the old Lennon Studios in San Francisco, which was on Cap Street, I think. Like really seedy part of town and the seedy studio. And anyways, I show up to our studio first before anyone else for rehearsal, and I open my door and I hear like the lights still off in my studio, and I hear some noise like from behind my drum set, like a fucking like a mouse or a rat scurrying back there. And I hear beer cans like thunk, 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 like that empty beer can sound. And I flip on the lights, and El Duce was sleeping behind my fucking drum set.
Oh wow! And well, I have yet another story from them. We were in a dressing room, and we had thrown away pizza in the garbage, and he was pulling pizza out of the fucking garbage, and like he didn't like the mushrooms, like picking mushrooms off a pizza that was already in the fucking garbage and eating it, and it's like we were like, ooh, El Duce's, ooh.
Hey, the man knows what he likes.
I know. That's funny.
But like when he got up from behind my kit and there was like an empty 12-pack back there, and he was like holding his pants up, and I was like, what the fuck, El Duce? I was like, what the fuck are you doing behind my kit? Or what the hell are you doing in my studio? And he went, you know how it goes. That was his answer. You know how it goes.
Yeah, he was he was
a character.
He was a totally, but it was at a time when we were so young, we couldn't analyze the character. If that makes sense to you, I didn't know that.
Oh, I knew he was a character.
No, I mean, I knew he was a character, but I mean, now looking back on it, if I got to look at him now, knowing what I know, other than being this young kid going, that's El Duce from the Mentors, you know what I mean? And then it would have been so much more enjoyable, I think, so much more fun.
Sure.
Because he's just, like I said, it's just a fucking train wreck. He's just so much fun to watch, just backstage, and just when he's doing sound check, and just his whole demeanor is just, it was real.
Yeah.
There was no act about it. That was the way it was. It was just one of those fucking things.
I saw him once at a night break, and he's told this joke between two songs. Well, he told a lot of jokes, but this one joke was pretty unbelievable. He goes, there are some people in the crowd wearing hoods, black Mentors hoods, and he goes, yeah, you see those guys with the hoods on? They're the real Mentors fans. If you wear a black hood to a Mentors show, you get in for half price. And if you wear a white one, you get in for free. I was like, oh
my God! That's amazing. That is fucking great. That is fucking great.
That guy.
You think he'd get away with that now?
No,
even so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
what is one of the weirdest bills you've ever been on? We played with Sum 41 one time.
Okay.
At the bottom of the hill. And
Exodus?
Yes, Exodus.
What year was that?
This was in 2002.
Why?
They had just done that record where they had the two big hits on. Because they were huge Exodus fans, and they wanted us to open the show in San Francisco, and they paid us the money to do it.
Wow.
And so we, because they had, the Going to the Party, whatever that was, that song. They had those radio songs, and then this was the next record that they were going to put out, and they were doing warm-up shows. Bands will do unannounced shit. I mean, at the time, they were so hot, this show sold out in 5 minutes.
Right,
As soon as people found out they were going there, tickets were gone. And the thing of it was the whole front row, the whole crowd their crowd basically was these 16-year-old little screaming 15-year-old girls that are, so when we're playing, they're screaming like it's the fucking Beatles or the Monkees, and we're laughing our ass off. We couldn't even hear ourselves, and we tried to play the lightest Exodus songs that we had that night, you know what I mean, because we knew, and they didn't get us.
What, like Lowrider?
We might have played that. I mean, I think it was like, the slower kind of,
Brain Dead.
Probably, and then there were none and Brain Dead, you know what I mean?
Brain Dead would be perfect for that crowd.
Right? Oh, Exodus should always start with the Ballad of Leonard Childs. We have on this, on me telling them, going, yo, you guys, we need to open with the Ballad of Leonard Charles. I think that's a great song.
Totally.
One my favorite of the Dukes era songs that I sing. That's my favorite one. I fucking love it. And yes, I see a question. We opened for the Chili Peppers in 1990. They were on Mother's Milk tour.
Yep.
We were on Impact is Imminent. So.
Who was the opening band? Was it like Infectious?
Urban Dance Squad.
Urban Dance Squad. That's what
Different
it was.
shade of soul. Remember
Yeah,
that on
yeah,
that video
yeah.
they played on where the guy's skateboarding in the pool?
Yeah, I remember vividly.
Yep, totally. Yep, that was fun. It was that's another weird bill if you want to talk about a weird bill.
Totally.
Urban Dance Squad, Exodus, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That was a weird bill.
For sure.
And there's been other, like a couple of years ago, we did this festival where it was like Incubus, Deftones, Gene Simmons' solo band, Dokken, Exodus, Creator, Lita Ford. It's like,
Where was this?
This was in Mexico.
Huh.
It was in 2017 or 16 maybe, early 8.
I heard Gene Simmons' band's pretty good.
They were better than Kiss.
Yeah.
They rock and they play all of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was walking around talking to people. I mean, because when we played with Kiss, when they have their makeup on. In fact, our dressing room is right in the same area. They have a compound, and it's like when they're coming off or on. No, I don't care. They don't care who you are. The hall has to be completely cleared, and just that kind of. And so you can't get near him. But Gene was walking around talking to everybody and fucking. Saying, hey, what's up? And he walked by Robin, and they kind of were going to go in the same door at the same time.
I've heard this story.
And he goes, you go first, you have tits. Just in that fucking Jeep. It was great. And he walked by Millie from Creator and said,
the same thing.
No, he almost. He says, you look like Ian Gillan. He looks like this guy. Look, you. And so I walked by Millie, and Millie is like happier than shit because Gene Simmons just said to him, "You're fucking
Ian Gillan.
You're Ian Gillan." So it's one of those kind of things where it's kind of funny, So I love that. I mean, do you take that to the grave when somebody calls you something? Gene Simmons calls you something. So now every time I see Millie, I'm like, "You're Ian Gillan" to me. And he's like, "Oh, remember that? Yeah, he was there." That Gene Simmons called me. It's like something that you're proud of,
Yeah. Well, Creator used to have they used to share a studio with all Lick It Up era Kiss cover bands. So they just play the whole Lick It Up album.
Really?
When Creator first started, I believe they shared the studio with a band that only did Lick It Up songs. That's a very specific Kiss cover band. You just do one album.
Somebody just said, did Exodus play with Exhorder? Yes, we did. We played with Exhorder not last year. God, it seems like 2020 never happened. 2019 summer, we did a little barbecue rib fest in Atlanta at the Masquerade with Exhorder. That was actually a lot of fun. That was it. So yeah, we have played. So you guys gonna get the COVID vaccine? And I don't know. Do you have to get it now because you were? How does that work?
I mean, I don't know if I have to get it, but
were they offered it? Well, I think we all do. I think we are going to have to because we're going to travel, and from what I was told, to travel abroad anywhere, you have to have proof of that you got the vaccine.
Yeah,
so
totally.
I guess I'll have to. I'm not one that's big on that, but I'll do what I have to do to get us back to normal again, so we can go out to playing concerts for you guys and the festivals, and everybody's out, and we're going to movies, and we're going to bars, and we're hanging out, and everything's back to normal because we want that. Nasty Savage fans. Oh yeah, they were the first one. Nasty Ronnie. Plus he was a wrestler on that. Favorite Legacy song? Probably. I don't know. It's a tough one. Something off the demo. Probably something off the demo. Couldn't get that one quick enough. Anyway, so happy we elected Biden. I don't go there. I just don't talk politics here or religion. I don't. There's no place for it.
That's
we
fine.
Talk music and we talk movies and we talk other stuff. So anyway, I think me and Will we're about done around 50 minutes. We're hanging out with you guys, so we want to thank you all for coming in. Should they check you out, Will? Where can they go?
So Gimme Metal is gimmemetal.com, and download the app on your phone. And my show is every Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's called the Full Metal Jacket,
So that's
FOOL,
2 p.m. California time.
California time.
That
Yeah,
means 10 p.m. in Europe or in England, 11 p.m. in your 9 hours difference. So
right.
I always try to help my friends out because some people get their clocks uh, backwards that live in Liverpool that I won't mention any names.
But
So,
yeah, every show has a theme. This coming Monday's episode is songs about torture. So every song
oh,
involves torture.
nice. I
Yeah,
love that. That's
yeah.
great.
And Death Angel, like I said, we're working on new songs and hopefully be in the studio not too late later in the year, and we'll have a new album out sooner than later, I think.
Well, we all know that we are finished with well, at least you know the title, Persona Non Grata, but I can't tell you anything else, and that's kind of just how it goes. So just stay tuned, guys. It's done. It's really good. It's really heavy, but that's all I can tell you. So just stay tuned. We'll be back in the vault next week, either live or with somebody, another guest, probably on Wednesday. I want to thank Mr. Will Carroll for coming in. I'm
Thank you
glad
for having
for
me,
coming in.
man.
It's a lot of fun. I see there's a lot of viewers, a lot of people, and we'll watch this all week. Again, leave me comments. Share my channel always. If nobody knows about this, that I do this, tell them because this is all about you guys. I mean, look at my set. It's all toys and metal and just having a good time. So, for myself and Mr. Will Carroll, we'll see you in the vault next time, people. Love you.